Well, the Titans are going to face the Chargers in what will probably be another good old-fashioned butt whooping. Welcome back to the Titan Bros video. Are you alone again? Did Josiah abandon you once again? The obvious answer would probably be yes, but surprisingly, he decided to show up today.
I am here to talk about my crappy team.
Yeah, he decided to jump on. In fact, we've never made a preview on a Thursday night ever. I was just laying in bed like a lazy bum, getting ready to go to sleep in a few minutes. And he goes, I'm busy tomorrow night. Do you want to make a preview tonight? I'm like, okay. So I just jumped up real quick and threw a thumbnail together, and here we are.
I just felt bad for all the videos I made. So I'm like, I don't want to miss another week. So here we go.
Here we are. So yeah, we're going to deep dive against. We're not really, me and you aren't going against anything. We're going to do a deep dive on the Titans against the Chargers. It's probably not going to be that deep. Wow, you're yawning and we're not even 2 minutes into the video. So, but anyways, is there anything you want to say before we just hop right on into the video?
Titans are an amazing football team, and I am very proud to be a Titan fan.
Yes, a lot of pride welling up inside of us. So, obviously, the number one burning question that's on everyone's mind is Will Levis starting or is he not? It's a good question. Do you have any gut feelings?
If I had to gamble or bet on this, I would say he is playing. But that's what I think.
I would agree with you. I was trying to pull up the injury report real quick, but I am not seeing. All I'm seeing is Bengals Ravens highlights. But I think he was a full participant today, if my memory serves me well. So I agree with you. I think they are going to go ahead and bring him on in, which is interesting. I was literally just thinking about today when I was driving around. It's like, it's kind of a weird thought to think Will Levis is our quarterback, because I feel like it's been forever since we've actually seen him.
Yeah, I agree. He's just been out of sight. I guess his last game was Colts, right? He didn't do so well.
Yeah. He missed this most of the Dolphins game. Then we were on our bye week. Then he comes back and it was terrible because he was injured still, apparently. And then he's been gone ever since.
I don't think he's been injured his whole career, and he's been bad.
That's really funny.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
I mean, here's the thing. I think still, and I would still say Rudolph is a better quarterback than Will Levis to me. So Rudolph, to me, gives the Titans a better chance to win. But at this point, well, what are we, 1-6?
2-6.
2-6, yes. So I don't think it really matters that winning. Honestly, I want us to lose. So to be honest, as a fan who wants us to lose, put Will Levis in is the right thing to do.
I mean, Will Levis has to play because there's 3 different outcomes that could happen. Either he could be really good. He'd go back to Atlanta Falcons form. And that's amazing. Maybe we have our quarterback of the future. More than likely, because I'm out on Levis, I am officially out.
Whew, sorry,
more than likely, he's going to suck it up Buttercup. And if he sucks it up Buttercup, then we're going to be drafting top 3, 5, somewhere in there. Worst case scenario is if he plays okay. Not bad. He plays not bad football, and we end up winning 7 games on the season for no reason. But where he didn't blow us away, like in my opinion, if we're going to win 4 to 7 games for the rest of the year, on top of the 2 wins we already have. So let me rephrase it instead of making everybody do math. If we end up winning 6 to 8 games this season, and it's because Will Levis is getting them here at the end, but plays just all right, that's like the worst thing possible. Yeah. If we're going to get a bunch of wins, stack some wins here at the end of the season, I want it because Will Levis is actually playing lights out.
Yeah, I will say I don't see us stacking any wins together, to be honest. But We shall see, but I think you're right. It makes sense to play Will Levis, but to be honest, I think personally the Titan staff doesn't trust him. So I think the Titans really already made up their mind if he's the guy or not. But it's just the right thing to do is play him, and you can always just say to see if he can show us something. But I think at this point he's showed enough.
or not shown enough.
Yeah.
Um, I would agree. To me, they're probably like, all right, if you play just more of the same the rest of the year, you're done. We leave our minds mildly, slightly, ever so slightly open for you to change your minds. But for now, if everything continues on the course that it's on, you're traded at the season, which is probably the right approach because we're not making the playoffs with Mason Rudolph. So there's really no reason to start Mason Rudolph. You either get a good pick or a really good pick, depending on the quarterback you have starting, assuming Will Levis continues to be bad. So yeah, I'm at least glad we're on the same page there. Will Levis needs to start. Mason Rudolph starting doesn't do anything for you. Like if we were like at 500 right now, if we were 4-4, that'd be a completely different ball game.
Mm-hmm. So I was reading something of the Chargers.
Interesting. Yeah, if we were 4-4, you could have the conversation about whether or not to keep Rudolph.
Yeah, I agree.
And 2-6. I mean, we basically have to. We can only lose 2 more games the rest of the season, and we still got to play the Chargers, the Bengals, the Vikings, the Texans twice. Like, there's no way you're telling me all those games just right there.
If I had to pick, if I had to guess, I say we're gonna end up with 4 wins. One from Texans, Colts, one from Jags. That's my. Do you think that's a safe bet?
Could be. Now, if Trevor Lawrence ends up being hurt for a long time, that could be 2 unnecessary wins we pick up.
I don't see
Plus
Titans
the Jags.
I don't see the Titans good enough to win twice against one team. I don't think we're that good. And it's a division game, because it's hard to sweep a team if you're good. And I don't think Titans are good enough for that.
Even against the Jags backup quarterback, I don't even know who it is. Do you? Well, actually, it's Mac Jones. It's Mac Jones.
So yeah, actually, that's not a bad backup.
That's a high-end backup quarterback.
Yeah.
But anyways, I will say this completely unrelated story. I was back when we thought the Titans were actually going to be good this year. I was super bummed when the Texans traded for Stephon Diggs. I was like, I've been in denial about them being greatly improved, but then as soon as they did that, I'm like, they're a top 5 team. But that trade actually ended up sucking for them. I think they ended up giving a 2nd round pick. Is that what it was? A 2nd round pick for him? Something like that. Then they reworked his contract where after the year, he's a free agent. And then he tore his ACL, was out for season. So they did all that, giving up a 2nd round pick to get him for basically 7 games.
Yeah.
Not saying that was the wrong move of them. I think it was a very smart move to do, but works out for Titans, right? Because even if they just would have left his contract alone, where they still have him for a couple more years, then that would have been still a good move on their part. But I don't know why they reworked it to where he's a free agent after the season.
Yeah, that makes no sense. I don't understand that, but
yeah. But anyways, we're talking about the Texans, and it's supposed to be a Titans Chargers preview.
So yeah, I was just looking up, and you may or may not know this, but did you know that Chargers is the number 1 defense when it comes to points allowed?
Interesting.
12 points allowed a game.
12? Okay, so we're only going to score about 6.
And I'm still thinking, okay, Will Levis or Mason Rudolph and this crappy offense. Well, at first I complained about scoring 17 points. Now I'm like, man, if we score 17 points, we're doing well. So 12 against this Chargers defense, yikes, we may not put up many points.
Yeah. Funny thing is, statistically, technically, Titans are still the number 1 defense. Is that weird? We're the number 1 defense with the 27th in points allowed. Is that crazy?
That's
what happens when there's pick sixes, punts blocked, turn the ball over with short fields. Because I pulled it up.
Even with Rudolph, our offense just turns the ball over like crazy.
Yeah, but Rudolph is still throwing at least 1 pick every single game, so I don't know why we can't stop throwing picks. Yeah, we're the number 1 in total defense, number 1 against the pass, 11th against the rush, but then 27th when it comes to points allowed.
That's just crazy. That numbers. Because here's the thing: our defense is pretty good, if not really good, but our offense is just awful, just
It is.
terrible.
Now, I will say our defense is better than it's shown the last couple of weeks. If you really stop and think about it, two of our biggest additions we made on defense in the offseason was bringing in a nice looking duo of cornerbacks with L'Jarius Sneed and Cheeto Awuzie. And Cheeto's just been gone. He was hurt almost the whole offseason, comes in, plays 3 games. He was solid, but then he got hurt again. He's been gone for 5 weeks now. And then L'Jarius Sneed's missed. Is it 3 games now in a row he missed?
Yeah.
So
Which sucks because the last time we saw him, correct me if I'm wrong, was it the
is it
Colts
the
game?
Jets? Was it the Colts? Oh, yeah, Colts game, not the Jets game.
Yeah, he
Colts
did
game where he
not
was
do so well.
terrible.
Yeah.
So I guess he's technically only missed. Actually, he's missed 3 then, because then we had the 2 butt whoopings, and then we won against the Patriots. But if he misses this next game, then maybe they should have considered putting him on the IR.
Yeah.
But anyways, but yeah, those are so basically our starting quarterback's been, what's that guy? What's something Baker? Can't remember who the dude is.
Yeah.
Which he's not doing terrible for me not having a clue who he is, but he's been fine-ish. And Jarvis Brownlee Jr. has been hit and miss, but I'm honestly kind of impressed with him being a 5th-round rookie.
I will say, I really overall don't have any complaints defensively.
I think they have a sort of they kind of give up at the end. Either they give up or they're tired.
Yeah.
But at the same time, especially against the Bills and against the Lions, like, what's the point?
Mm-hmm.
What's the
point? Again, this offense is so bad, so
crusty.
And it likes to give short fields. Like it's not just like it punts a lot bad. It likes to turn the ball over.
That's what the biggest issue is. It's turnovers, because Titans, we actually moved the ball pretty well this year. Because something that I hated about the Derrick Henry era, and this is not even as much about Derrick Henry as much as the play calling, run, pass, punt. Like, how many times did we go over that? Run, pass, punt. That's all we ever did. 3 and outs were so stupid common. We actually don't even have that many 3 and outs. We'll move the ball, but then we throw interceptions or we fumble. Like, it's alarming how many turnovers, even with Mason Rudolph.
Yeah.
They don't look as dumb when Mason Rudolph does it, but we're still turning the ball over about equally as often. It's just, I don't know.
It's bad. And I really thought an offensive-minded head coach would help with that, but it hasn't helped at all.
Just points, like I said, because total yards, I feel like almost every week we're winning in total yards against whatever offense we're going against. But points are always under.
Do you hear my daughter? She's crying upstairs. I don't know if you hear her. Good. Okay. Sorry, I'm texting the wife.
Okay. So stall. Is that what you're saying? Stall. Yes. Okay. So let's go ahead and just jump into a couple matchups. I will say it's hard for me to say this with the Chargers are 5-3 right now.
Yeah.
So it's hard for me to say this with the Chargers being 5-3, but I don't know that Justin Herbert and Jim Harbaugh is the best combo, because Justin Herbert is just I'm throwing the ball deep. I'm throwing the ball everywhere. I'm an aggressive, crazy quarterback. But Mr. Harbaugh, he loves the Mike Vrabel game plan. We're going to pound the rock. Quarterback's job is to not make a mistake, and we're going to win it in a close, low-scoring game. Boom, that's Chargers football. Like, that's how Jim Harbaugh likes to play. So sometimes, I guess Justin Herbert being 5-3, he's done fine in his new role. They're also asking him to be something he's never been. Because if anything, it used to be the opposite, where they're just shootouts every week.
I would say it is crazy how fast they turned that defense around and the identity of that team.
With Christian Fulton and Elijah Molden playing their best football, apparently.
I will say, I think we're in trouble. Well, one, because we're just a bad team. But, the defense is really good, so we're probably going to struggle scoring points. And I think offensively, they're good enough. They're going to, even with our defense being pretty good, I think they're going to be able to score pretty decent on us. So I think both sides of the ball, I think we could be in trouble here. And is it in LA or Nashville? Not now. We're not afraid to lose in Nashville.
Yeah, it's LA. Was the Dolphins game? No, it was away. I was because we have 2 wins. One's away and one's home. Okay. But it's against the Chargers in their home field. I also agree with you that I don't think there's a whole lot of chance for us to win this game.
Yeah, because you
because
got to admit the Patriots are a really bad team, and it took us to go to overtime to beat them.
should have never. But they say, bad teams learn how to
Yeah,
lose. It's kind of what we did. I mean, I agree. There's just not really much of a path for victory. The only reason I would think we would have a chance to win here is the Chargers don't usually score a lot of points. So when it's two teams that don't score a lot of points, it's always possible that some fluky play puts us in it. You know what I'm saying? Let me see if I even have any idea what I'm talking about when I say they don't score a lot of points. The last couple of games, 27, 26, 15, 23, 10, 10, 26. So, yeah, they haven't even broke 30 points yet this year. Guess we have a better offense than them. Actually,
Well,
the
no.
last three I just said was actually preseason games. So, yeah, 22, 26, 10, 10, 23, 15, 26, 27. Yeah. Honestly, yeah, they don't score too often. But
Well,
again, that's
27
Jim Harbaugh's brand of
but
football.
27, 26 good.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
obviously, they have more games where they score 20 plus than they haven't. We haven't. We've done what, once or twice? What have you done this year? Dolphins, I know we did. Just once. So, yeah. So,
just
I
once.
mean, if our offense could be scoring consistently 24, 27 points, I think we'd be just fine.
That's
Honestly,
a big ask.
Yeah, it is. And that's the problem, though. Scoring 20 points in today's NFL should not be as big of an ask as it is right now. But I think some of it's bad on our quarterback play. But I think I still am not a fan of Callahan's play calling. But
I mean, yeah. I mean, I think his play calling's not terrible. I think he just calls a game like he doesn't trust his quarterbacks.
I think he does too much screens, though. I think he does way too much.
I mean,
screens.
I do agree he does too much screens, but I also think it's his way of trying to protect his offensive line, which I honestly think the offensive line's not playing too bad.
Which I do agree with that, but the problem with that is, like, if our offensive line's not playing bad, then and the quarterback play is not good, that just means you got a really bad quarterback.
Turnovers. That's what it is. Because, like I said, even Mason Rudolph's turning the ball over twice a game at least.
Yeah.
I don't. It's the craziest thing in the world. Is we just throw interceptions or we get sacked and just go
fumble.
Or fumble. I'd say because Chig got strip sacked, but Chig fumbled.
Now, granted, let me say this: Mason
Calvin Ridley fumbled.
Mason Rudolph's red zone pick was the ball high, yes, but 10 out of 10 times you got to catch that.
I would agree. He still wouldn't have caught a touchdown, so we would have had to settle for a field goal. But they showed a play of that. He should not have thrown it to Chig. If he would have laid it a half second more, Calvin Ridley did the out route, and when he did the out route, both people jumped on Chig. Calvin Ridley would have been like 5 yards by himself on an easy out route. He should have just popped that up in the air.
I mean, I'm sure that's a quick play. That I'm sure that's what's designed to go to Chig, though. But it was a bad drop. But that's Chig's problem. Is he's not the most sure-handed tight end.
Could be better. Could be better at it. So, I will say I don't think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I think it's going to be kind of probably boring, very boring watch. So if you're not a Titans fan, I'd watch something else at the 4:00 hour.
And if you're a Titans fan, watch something else.
Yeah, I agreed. Because I'm going to go ahead and give you my score prediction.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that, buddy.
I think Titans lose. I think they're going to beat us 20-10.
20-10, that's decent.
And
I have
knowing us, we'll probably score a touchdown on our first drive. I'm like, yeah, look at us. And then
we do that all the time. We score so fast.
Our scripted drives are amazing. It's insane how often we score on our first drive.
Yeah. I say Titans lose 27-14.
27-14.
Yeah. Because Chargers defense is pretty good. I saw they're like 6th in interceptions, so they're pretty good with that. So we're gonna create a couple of opportunities for the Chargers where they get easy points. Then you have to count. They're gonna have a couple of drives where they go downfield score. So I think they're gonna score 27 points on us. Not because our defense is that bad, but you know how the story is this season, that we give them at least 10 points a game. So
it was laughable what we did with the Lions.
Yeah,
how they had like 4 or 5 scoring drives for less than 50 yards each.
Yeah,
it was insane.
And like you said, we score 14 points. Like you said, that first drive probably would be a touchdown, and then the rest of the game, we score one more touchdown.
Field goal.
Field
That's
goal.
what I got. Field goal for me. Touchdown for you. You're a little more optimistic about the Titans offense than I am.
And what would that put us? 2-8?
2-7.
Ah, crap. I keep missing the record here. 2-7, yeah. I keep forgetting we had a bye. Yeah, not good. But again, here's the thing. I want a top 5 pick at least. Hey, and we're still in the running. We can still get the number 1 pick, but
Yeah,
the only
right now we're
problem is
sitting at number 9.
that was a bad win for us. It was. I remember listening to somebody who said that. I'm like, that was a bad win for us. There was no reason to win that game. I know someone like Callahan, he does not think about tanking. He needs to win under his belt.
Well, in
before
my
his season
opinion,
gets started.
I think we're a good bit better than the Patriots. So bad win as far as standings concerned, understandable. Bad win as far as like we had no business winning that game. I think we had all the business winning it. I think they had better quarterback. I say that, but like, is rookie Drake May better than veteran Mason Rudolph? So in that game, honestly, I can't think of a single thing they have better than us, at least substantially better.
Well, I mean, I just say this. I think we're one of the worst teams in the league. So if we're one of the worst teams in the league, then, well, obviously.
Well, they have the number 1 pick right now, so they could very well be the worst team.
Yeah.
I still think it's the Panthers, but Panthers.
I would say I don't like us 9th. Like 9th sucks because then this season would be just garbage. I'm like, we're going to be this bad and not be a top 5 pick.
Well, here's the thing. This whole season, teams are bad. There's so many bad teams. I think they said was there 9 teams that are 2 wins.
If we got 2 wins and with 9th pick, there's a lot of 2/1 win teams.
Yeah.
Obviously, a lot of season to be played. A lot of teams, trying to get that top 5 picks. But I don't think we're gonna win too many more times. Maybe 2 more games, like I said. But I think that's gonna not make us the number 1 pick. Obviously, 4-win teams are not usually the number 1 pick. If I had to take a guess, I would say we're gonna pick 4 to 7, somewhere in there.
Probably.
Depends on what we want to do with the draft, if that's okay. If we want to get anything other than a quarterback, 4 to 7, you can definitely get that.
Top
if you want
tackle,
a quarterback, yeah,
top
exactly. If you
tackle,
want
top
tackle,
wide receiver.
Yep, you can definitely do all that.
Or the number 1 edge rusher.
Man, I know edge rusher is important, and we need one. But if you like my 5th overall pick, we get an edge rusher, I'd be like a little disappointed, unless it's supposed to be like a Myles Garrett, TJ Watt. It's like that. Then maybe I'll think that's a good pick. But other than that, I don't like that in a top 10 pick. I want ultimately, because I know we're going to suck unless we get this, I want a quarterback. But I don't really love the quarterbacks, except for Shedeur Sanders, who I think is really good. I think he's the best quarterback in the draft, but I just don't like him. So that's the problem.
That's what a lot of people say. Definitely a head case, personality problems, not a leader. I don't know. It's a bad year to need a quarterback. But here's the thing. If he end up being the best quarterback and the number 1 selected, I highly doubt we'll have the number 1 pick. So it's basically, do you want Cam Ward? Here's what would almost be nice is if we're like we only liked Shedeur Sanders and we have the 2nd pick and then Shedeur goes number 1 and then we trade back to like pick 8 and then we get like the top edge rusher, a top wide receiver, the top right tackle, any of those 3 things, and then we get an extra 1st-round pick next year, especially if that team sucks again and we use it for Arch Manning. Even though there's already talk to Arch Manning ain't going to come out until 2027.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
For
us. I agree. But anyways, we did such a good job of not turning it into a talking about our off-season / future show. But yeah, so that's that. I guess that's it. Is there anything else you want to add before we just get out of here? I know this is a very low-key, melancholy type video, but as Titans fans, it's just 2-6 is just, it's miserable. It's not great. It's not fun.
This has been a miserable season.
It's the most, honestly, in the last, probably since we drafted Marcus Mariota, this is the least my heart's been in a season.
Yeah, I hear you. I'm the same way.
Because sadly, Will Levis crushed it so quickly where he's not even, because Mariota, I still say his first 2 years especially, he was really good and exciting. When you have an exciting young quarterback that you think might be him, he might be him, gives you something to watch. Right now, we have nothing really to watch for. Still do it, but, So that being said, is there anything else you want to say before we get on out of here?
No, I don't believe so.
All right. That being said, tighten up, I think. Good luck to the boys on over in Los Angeles against the Chargers. So yeah, tighten up, peace out, and all
All
that.
that jazz.
Yeah.